This is Bottom Line Liberia.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say welcome again to another edition of the program, The Bottom Line. And this program comes to you every Tuesday on Facebook and on YouTube. We also stream live on our online radio, and pretty soon, during the course of the program, we're going to show you the link of that online radio, and you can follow. And so let's say welcome to you. We will be officially welcoming our panelists, but just before we do that, we'd like to say welcome to you, our viewers, because you are most important. Without you, we cannot do this program, and without you, our message will not go. But in the meantime, we'll be getting back to you in a short minute.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not to corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go not to corrupt. With their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to breathe? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
Um, Let me say welcome to Paul in the UK. Paul, good evening. How is it from your end?
Good evening, Linford. The UK is great. We can't complain. It's good. A beautiful day here today, and yeah. And how your end?
My end is okay, and we just living the yeah the heat of the summer. Now we expect that we're gonna have it up and down. One day sun, one day rain. But today was pretty good. In the morning, it was mild. It was 78 degrees warm. But for sudden, by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it was 24 degrees. So we expect it to be cooler in the night now, and then in the morning, well, it depends, and then we can change. So that's a sign that change is coming for real.
Yeah. We might have a bad winter though because the heat wave across Europe
Hmm.
is been really really hot. So I expect the winter to be that extremely cold. So, but having said that, how's the people of Norway?
Well, the people of Norway, they're great, and as usual, Norwegians, we are silent people. Um, we do what we do in silence, and that's how we operate. So, but the people are generally good. Uh, of course, we stay away from trouble, so to speak. Walk your chalk lines and do what you have to do. Not like Liberia where we go into each other, and even if you are not invited into any confusion or party or whatever, you go there, you make your presence felt. Here you have to be invited. Here you have to, yeah, get the go ahead, so to speak, before you do something. So yeah,
My man,
pretty
so
much we are good.
you see, that's why we base Liberia because you don't have to have invite. Just walk to somebody house, they eating a palm or tell you join there to eat, and
Say, but
that's
my
the
man, yeah,
beauty.
one spoon. I say, get a man chair. My man, take a spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's say good evening to Jamal. We see Jamal is still trying to set up, but Jamal, you look good on the screen. So I think if any technical thing, you just let us know. But I think you're good. I don't know if you can hear us from your end.
I
But we'll
think
come to Chima. So, but Paul, a lot have been happening in Liberia in recent time. First, it was sanction on two top government officials. Three. I'm making a mistake. Three top government officials. And after the sanction, we've seen so many things happening. We see Nathaniel McGill resurfacing in Bon County, where he was boasting of stealing prior to the imposition of the sanctions. And this trip, he went there with the guise of uh, pulling the crowd to come and worship him and welcome him. And only to find out that there was heavy confusion at the end of that program because what the people were supposed to receive after they have lured them into coming under the pretext that they coming to welcome me and they will receive money, there was confusion, as we understand. And and the next thing we saw was a group of pastors praying for him. I don't know, praying that the sanctions will go away. And this, for me, this try to be my imagination. I'm a Christian, okay. I'm a diehard Christian in my own right, okay. But my extensive knowledge of the Bible, I think I should know about 5 good books in the Bible by heart because I did think course for 5 years. I know Romans, Second Corinthians, Acts, Joshua, and what was the last one? Hebrews. Okay, those 5 books with questions inside. So I remember some very good verses in there. But you cannot test God. There are certain things that you know God will not do. God has left it with men to do it. So men is doing it. So the only person you can challenge is man. In that respect, you don't expect God to change anything right there. So Chima, I guess you can hear us now, right?
it's muted.
Okay. Uh, he will fix it. But so Paul, like I was saying, you watch all of that. I don't know if you have any take on it. We'll actually go to our topics tonight, but I just want to also lay some premise. You know how interesting Liberia is getting every day.
My man, the men need prayers. To be honest, because the sanction, they have not hit them yet. So he need prayers for what gonna come.
So wait, well, because when we pray, the Bible says when you pray, you should have a focus. Pray. There's something that you can't just go tell God say I pray. Yeah, God no, you pray. We're supposed to pray to him, though. But you must have something that you pray for. So what?
No, Linford, look at it. There was some newspaper allegation which could be true that UBA Bank in Accra, $4 million was the free sale from him.
Yeah, but I think that bank came back and said it was false.
So whether it's false, but that it just tell you what's gonna happen. So the brother need prayers because he in a long haul, and that prayer it could be a good prayer or it could be a bad prayer. So
anyway, the same Bible says, God said, in the same Bible says, I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. That is, God will decide. Even the worst man we see on earth, God will decide if he can pardon the man. So it's not our place to to pass any judgment. But I think there are certain prayers that God will not just hear because God said, do not put him to test.
Yeah, so I mean, if you steal, the bad guys can go and repent. So the man stole, he been caught, and now he maybe he will become pastor. You never know that Prince Johnson and General Bodnike. So
yeah, Bodnike is pastor.
Except so the man he need to repent. Maybe that's why he calling all the pastor, the imam to pray for him so he can now accept the Lord Jesus as his personal savior. Maybe he don't want to go to hell, but he still. But having said that, they printed money in Liberia that came. The last time we saw that money was in Lofa County during the election. So the guys have the money at home. So maybe saying he promised to put in Bon County, he want to share some of the money that they got at home, because at some point when that money finished, then he already need a press. Also, the people there, they might help him too in the long run. The thing what happened to Chicken Sky is going to happen to a lot of those guys time to come for stealing from Liberian people. Jamal, welcome on board. You muted.
I'm sure Jamal is hearing us. Yeah. Okay. You are good.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. Do you hear me loud and clear?
Very clearly.
Very loud and clear.
Welcome. See you again at the back, another Tuesday edition on the bottom line. A lot of things to say, innit?
Yeah.
A lot of things to say. So we're just talking about, we haven't gone to our topic though, but so now we gotta get our viewers interested,
No, before you get your viewer interested, look, let me bring something in here. And I'm kind of excited lately because the team that I support in the UK here, you guys follow football, Arsenal. And something amazing about Arsenal, right? Arsenal got 3 injuries in Arsenal, and they got 1. And Jesus Christ is also in Arsenal. So since the 3 came in, Arsenal been on fire. They just scoring for fun. So we got Gabriel, and then we get Jusu. And Jusu in Brazil means Jesus. So I'm telling you, Jesus has resurrected, and he in Arsenal, he just firing. So all the teams in the UK now are afraid of Arsenal lately. So I'm happy that you are talking about
I didn't even know that you are Arsenal supporter. I'm a Gunner.
Oh, wow. Then, apart from Jamal, who support Manchester United, for some reason, God was on their side yesterday. They beat Chelsea. So,
probably you don't know. Before going to our topic, and the point is a little bit excited. What I want to let him know about the Premier League in UK is the biggest in the world and the most expensive one. We have 38 games to play. You don't just start being excited at the start of the game. Just the second week in the tournament, he's making all
if you have Jesus Christ on your side, you need to complain again. What's wrong with
Jesus has been there all along. I mean, I do believe that Jesus.
Jamal, let me tell you one thing. They say when the Christmas will be good, you can tell from the Eve. So we got 38 games to play. We have played 2. And we on top. So what?
Yeah, but don't you know look, listen, you saw it. Let me just tell a little bit. That's why it's the Premier League is a very unpredictable league. I know we are not talking about football here, but it's very unpredictable league. You saw what happened with United. Started with a very bad start, 2 losses, massive losses at the first start. Then you have, who do you expect that Newcastle will challenge Man City at that level? And they force Man City for an equalizer. They force them. So you see
something that always happens. You know, people always tend to overlook these things. The smaller teams in the UK, when I was in Southampton, right? I always went for Southampton, but you know, they beat us all the time. But then lately, Southampton started coming back. But what I'll tell you is the smaller teams, when they go against the big teams, look, put Leeds or put Crystal Palace on together. Crystal Palace and Leeds. So.
There's no small teams in the UK.
So that's why you should know.
If you compare their second division league,
anything.
The budget of the second division league is even bigger than the budget in the whole of the Netherlands, Netherlands first division team. So there's no small team in the UK. But anyway, we'll discuss for another thing. Let's get into the real case.
Okay.
But what I want to let people know, that Ghana should not be so excited. We knew a couple of months or years back they were struggling to even win a Tomato Cup, and they just started the league. But now you should be excited and say, "Look, we had a very nice start of the league." Don't be giving us sessions.
My excitement is at least Arsenal. I will ask all those Christians to join Arsenal, to follow Arsenal, because Jesus Christ is in Arsenal. We got so you cannot. I have to be excited that we're going to dominate the Premiership for long. You remember Arsenal were the invincible. And that's how when we start like that, no one stop us. So before we get back, ask our viewer to kindly share the link.
We want you to please share it.
But Jesus said I should pray, and I think you guys should play, not pray. You should play. That's what Jesus said. We believe, let all my followers should pray and keep praying and believe in me. But I hope you guys should pray.
We'll pray.
But the man himself is in our midst and he's scoring goals. So we just pray and we'll be beating everybody in the UK.
Okay, guys. That's enough for the football. See, Jima don't even want to look at the I call them the what is this signet out here recently? I call it
COVID.
The COVID Cup carriers and they won yesterday.
Yeah. Anyway, let's flow, God. Let's flow.
Okay, so our viewers, please share the video for us, and you can also call us during the course of the program. You can call us on the number on your screen. There are several numbers. Paul Chibai also Paul his other number. I have one seller number, and Chibai has another seller number. So you can call us and give your input. Better still, you can comment, and we'll respond to your comments, and we might read them in fact, we will, not might, we'll read them to the audience. So later on, Chima, are we on the online radio?
Yes, sir. We are live at the moment, live and direct.
Okay, so we're also gonna give you the online radio
link,
and we are on YouTube as well. So just to remind you, this is the YouTube link. You can follow as well. So we're all over the place. But gentlemen, tonight we have on our plate a few interesting things. First and foremost, Mr. Alexander Cummings has officially become standard bearer of the rebranded CPP. We have some video clips that will be playing from that particular program. The program was held today at the headquarters of the Liberty Party, and the program was well attended. And Mr. Cummings received, in fact, all of the officials of the CPP as of now, the rebranded CPP, they received documents. That's a framework agreement that they will be working with. And that framework agreement was updated, like I said, rebranded. I think all of the problems, the bottlenecks, taken away, and they all perused it, and they all saw it today and signature it, and they attested that those signatures were their signatures. And the people that I remember, Martin Kola, Party Secretary General of the Liberty Party, and I also saw Senator Nathan, Mr. Cummings himself, Billy, and somebody else, Aloysius too. They all signature that document, and they all confessed and confirmed it was their signature. So we will be looking at that video clip from there for those of you who, just in case you didn't watch it today. So we'll be bringing that to you. But quickly, the rebranded CPP, gentlemen, we all saw it. We've been hearing about the CPP being alive. Mr. Cummings himself has said it, that the CPP is not there, it's alive, and they're going to invite other people on board. They're going to make the CPP live. And then the CPP has been rebranded. They have made it O and O, and it's like a new branding. So, what do you guys make of it? Fast forward.
Oh man, I'm excited because this is what Liberian people want. They want people to come together for a better Liberia. And so the CPP, what they hope to remove the criminal government that will have in place. So I'm excited that they finally decided to put this to bed. So the CPP move on, and most people will be joining the CPP. Today is a good day in Liberia. And you heard Mr. Cummings. For George, we ought to be a one-term president. So they're going to work extremely hard, including every one of us that want better for Liberia. So I'm happy. Jamal, what your take?
Thank you very much, Paul. I think I want to repeat what Mr. Cummings, Honorable Alexander B. Cummings said some months or nearly a year ago, that the bus broke down, it's been repaired. I think we're back on the road to go, and that's what I would call it. The bus was broken down. It has some technical issues. That's the reason we had those uphills during the court trials and those other issues you have. You expect that in politics. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to us. So the good news is they have come back to put these things back together, repair, mend it, and get. I think we do expect more passengers on board. So we expect more new guys, or more good and committed people that will make Mr. George we are one-time president. So the bus is back on the road. It had some technical problem. It has been repaired. It's back, so called rebranding. So it's back on the road, and we expect that to happen. So the good news is the bus will enter into Monrovia victoriously with flying colors.
Yeah.
Can the Liberian people trust this? Those of us who sometimes drive old car, when your car has problem, you take it to the mechanic, they'll fix it, and you think it's fixed. And then the moment you start to go, then another problem comes. Like somebody said, old car problem difficult. In the engine, you fix it, then you go low, the tire burst. When you fix the tire, when you low, the exhaust pipe or something. So do you think this new rebranded CPP can be trusted? The people in it.
Yes, the new Rebranded CPP, I think people are in it, and you listen to Mr. Cummings' speech where he said, let us come together to change Mama Liberia. If you come in to be a big shot, then he's not the person that you want to work with. So I think they come in with a good heart. So we should give them the benefit of that the CPP, it will hold. People who see reasoning that Liberia at this time should be changed. Those are people that are coming together. It's not about those crooks who want to continue to steal from our people and for them to continue to be suffering. So I think the CPP will hold, and the people come with good intention will have a better Liberia, and it will work extremely hard for that CPP. I think we'll have the Liberia we want to see. The pathway to a better Liberia. That's where the CPP stand for.
Chima, you talk about you give the analogy about the old car that was the bus that was repaired. Do you think this bus can be trusted, that you can reload all of your passenger on it and go with confidence?
Yeah, the good news is the person that is they're driving the bus right now, is the engine, and the assistant driver, they're driving a car right now. The engine is Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, who seems to be he's been approved or confirmed here as the standard bearer for the CPP. He's a trusted person. That's one. Is a new engine into the old bus. That's how I'll show you. The Liberian people should know the car carrying a new engine, and he stands all shoulder with his record he has. That you can trust him, you can trust the car, you can sleep in our bus that will take you to Monrovia. You don't have an issue, including those who are coming on. Linford, you can't trust everybody that coming on board. We've seen it along the way. When people voted on the ticket of a CPP, on the ANC ticket, some left. You've seen it around lately. We just hold them, like Paul said, the benefit of the doubt. At some point, people got on board. We sometimes from Nimba, from Gompa, Ganta City to Morovia, we get to Banga. So guys will say, well, you know what, I'm having to run this, I want to come off the bus. We may have those challenges at some point in time. But what I want to tell you, trust me, we got a new engine. We had assisting all those assistant drivers, like the apprentice, which we call in Liberia the cowboys. They're all good. For now, we can trust them and believe that Liberian people should trust the CPP in now the brand new bus with the engine and all the passengers on board, and we are bringing in new passengers that we can trust. You know, the fiasco, the saga caused loud mistrust among the voters, but now we need to assure them that we can give them back what they believe. Liberia can deliver if they vote this opposition. And this is why we are telling them. This is what Mr. Cummings is re-echoing together with Liberty Party and other people that believe in the CPP.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. I think we'll do justice to ourselves and our viewers if we play some clips from that program. And let's apologize to our viewers. Probably there will be some little interruption on the screen. Don't worry about that. But all the message is what's important. We'll start with Mr. Musa Belete, who is the chairman now of the CPP. Okay, turning over that document that was signed, that new framework agreement that was signed. He turned it over to Mr. Cummings today. And so let's hear what Mr. Belete has to say in the process.
We want to tell you thank you for coming. We want to tell you the CPP is alive. And we want to assure you that for this country, the CPP is the only option that the opposition has. Even those who are jumping out of the CPP from the time they left up to today, they have never taken a concrete step to form any form of unity. We should have stayed here, fought in this house, and put it together for the sake of Liberia. And that's what we did. And we have entrusted a ship to Mr. Alexander B. Cummings to lead us. This is a very difficult time for our country. With all of your experience, Mr. Cummings, I want to assure you that this is the most difficult one. To preserve over a broken country, to preserve over a divided people, and preserve over a country where doing the wrong thing is the norm. To preserve over a country where even those who want to come to power do so with the intent of doing the wrong thing. It is a difficult task, but we are confident that you will live up to it. We believe that other parties will join us in this coalition. We believe this is the option that is left, the only option that is left for this country. We stand for a reason. The Liberty Party made a commitment from the first day of the CPP formation, and we will never be an obstacle to the forward movement of this organization. We were very clear that because of the loss of our founding father, we were patriotic enough to recognize that at this time, our party was not in a position to produce a president to govern this country. We committed to that, and we remain committed to that. And that's why we have stayed to work with you, Mr. Cummings. We believe together, and I emphasize the word together, we can bring about a Liberia that everybody will have a space. We can bring about a Liberia where businesses will thrive. We can bring about a Liberia where our young girls will not be abused. We can bring about a country where we can feed ourselves, where we don't have to go to Guinea to buy pepper, and we can bring about a different Liberia. So you fellow partisans, if you mistake this process to be a process where you will be paid, you will be disappointed. This is a liberation war. In a liberation struggle, there are no pay. The only pay is the liberation of the country. We all must make the sacrifices that are required to change our country. The ANC, I want to tell you that you have now produced the leader of the opposition. You must be humble by this. Mr. Cummings is no longer, and I speak with authority as chairman of the CPP. Mr. Cummings is no longer the standard bearer of the ANC. Mr. Cummings is no longer your political leader. Mr. Cummings is no longer your pape. Mr. Cummings is no longer your chief. No more crying that baby. It is time to wake up and allow us, all of us, to let him lead this country.
That's good. That's good. So that's the CPP is alive and kicking.
And Mr. Abdullah just said a couple of things. I don't know if you guys were following and taking notes, but some of the things he said, I want us to break them down piece by piece. The first thing he said was that let me get oh, what did I do? Okay, no. I just want to copy the link for that thing and paste it here so that the listeners can follow it. That's a radio. The radio. But while we're doing that, I was saying that Mr. Ability said a couple of things that I want us to, look at and break down piece by piece. Gentlemen, did you gather anything from there? I gather something, and what I gather is, like, he said, Mr. Cummings, that's the last statement he made. Mr. Cummings is no more the standard bearer or the political leader of the ANC as a political party, as an entity, political entity, void of the CPP or void of a collaboration. Mr. Cummings is no more our political leader. Mr. Cummings is no more our personal chief. Mr. Cummings is no more our pape. Oh, I'm going to the pape. But Mr. Cummings has become what? The pape of the CPP. The pape or the leader or the chief or the standard bearer of the CPP. What does that tell ANC supporters from your own views?
We're in a collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And the collaboration now, we are one family. So that one family is the CPP. So as we move forward, it's CPP. We in it together. The two parties stuck together. They went to court. They supported Mr. Cummings during the dark days. And They stay with us. We are one big family. So no longer ANC, no longer Liberty Party. It's the CPP. The party CPP that will make Joe we are one-term president. That's the CPP. Jamal?
Yeah, right. So Betek said it right. You know, what we do, we pay allegiance to various political parties, which sometimes be coming against. People in this ANC and Liberty Party will still pay allegiance to their various parties. This is what he's trying to erase. Let's speak one voice. It is a trinity, a trinity, one head, three into one. Let's run with this. So if you have to pay allegiance, let it be CPP, no ANC, no Liberty Party. And the person that leading that particular vanguard and the top to put in the job, the top job is ANC, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. So what he's saying in short is like, don't call him Amuna, but only for ANC. You know, there are some places where you will say friends of Cummings, you know, friends of this. They are not saying friends of CPP or friends of Cummings. Okay, you can't stop that. But whatever you do, you work along with the CPP. That's what he's trying to put through. Like we need to understand.
In other words, if I have my friends of Cummings, or like I have a group, or me and somebody in Florida have a group. It's called the PLC, okay, Progressive Liberians for Cummings. So in other words, our activities will now work along with the
Exactly.
CPP.
You know, he's not discouraging people to find the friends of this supported group of these. All these little supporting groups are okay, but if you work with the main group, then you coordinate the activities. Then you know what the party is into. So you will not be a wasted effort or wasted resources. So that's why he put in through. He's not discouraging you to have friends of Cummings or friends of Ability or friends of Liberty Party. But don't say friends of Liberty Party, friends of ANC. You can have friends of Cummings. There are people that are not member of the ANC. They are there. They're part of Liberty Party. They're also there. So, but what he's saying in short is, look, give your support to the CPP, whatever group you have, let it come through CPP. We appreciate that, but don't go personally and say, I'm only giving to ANC, Mr. Cummings, not to the CPP. That's the one he's trying to make here, the point he's making through here.
Okay, and further down the road, Mr. Dirity clearly said what you just said. We didn't reach that part, but he said to the CPP people that this is a coalition or collaboration, and people are coming, and the people that are coming, you will play hosts to them, and so you should give them seat, literally speaking, because he even gave an example by saying that, you see, Liberty Party, when we came here today, all the seats were prepared. There were no seats left for Liberty Party. We left it for the guests. That is what I think they did that symbolically to let ANC people know that not because Mr. Cummings was stand-up bearer of the ANC at that time, and Mr. Cummings was a political leader for the ANC, or which he still is, in a de facto sense, but so that the ANC people will say, no, this is our thing. You Liberty Party people, or you LPP people, or you this and that, when you come, we the one here, you get a chance, or if they want to be bossy. So I think, in my own mind, I think that's where Miss Ability was going.
Yeah, also, before Paul comes in, it's like we have these, like I've said, we have these personal allegiance we pay to those real people, leaders and stuff like in political party. And what he's saying, we still need to read that document, the framework, the new framework document. The thing is different collaboration, different from coalition. I think we also need to understand that. But we also have commitment of various political parties. It is. But in a sense, what he's saying, we need to work together as a team, one team, despite being a collaboration, which is a little bit different from coalition. You see, the difference is we got coalition, political coalition, we got political party, collaboration. We still work around your very political party. At the same time, you also have a team as a collaborators, as partners. That's a little bit. There's some the terms of this are different in terms of term politically. But whatever he's saying here is about support. Galvanize your supports, put together, support the head. Let's put this. Let's deliver for the Liberian people. We need to still come back. I think one of these programs will come by and explain what is in the new framework document. That will be a time we'll discuss these things. But what we're saying here to analyze from our perspective, personal perspectives, we look at Mr. Ability's comment. He wants us to put our support together, support the head. They have agreed, they commit themselves from the beginning, they have been committed themselves. ANC should do the same thing. Everybody should do the same thing. They have not betrayed the trust of collaboration. They've been there all day long. You've seen it. And he seems, look, if you look at this guy, he's the chairman of the party. If you look at all the political parties, it's been run by the political standard, the standard bearer, or the political leader. This guy is taking the party as a party chairman. That's how parties run. The secretariat, the party chairman, the political leader, the party leader and political leader, SB, the standard bearer and political leader, always at the end. They're at the end. But then he's running as a party, a chairman. They run the party. That's how political parties are run. But so that's how we need to understand. So ANC is coming. I hope ANC will come with other names later on. We'll know what the whole CPP is comprised of. But for now, we should give him as the head of the CPP chair, and Mr. Cummings, this SB, the standard bearer. So we should give our support to him, all ANC members, those who say the friends of Mr. Cummings, whatever, the foundation of Mr. Cummings. If you're giving him support, give it through ANC. Give it through CPP, so we can get the job done and sorted.
Paul.
Yeah, that's right. I think I'll take from what Jamal just said. The collaboration is to get Mr. Cummings in a higher seat. ANC still remain at ANC, Liberty Party still remain at Liberty Party. Another thing you should take from that clip, Musa Ability said that the founding father of Liberty Party, because there was the ticket that people were looking up to after the 2017 election, Cummings and Bronskin ticket, because those two parties have never governed before. And what they were going to bring onto the table, that is where people were yearning for. And now the two parties really stuck together for this to happen. So I think it's a good thing. That's why he's trying to tell us the collaboration can deliver this country. That's one of the things.
Okay. After all of those statements by Mr. Ability, he then presented the framework agreement to Mr. Cummings. His copy, according to what he said, his copy of the framework, Mr. Cummings' copy of the framework agreement. We'll go to Mr. Cummings receiving that framework agreement. But there is one thing I want us to discuss just before transition. The past CPP has some very, very critical issues to turn to. And some of those issues led to the breakdown or the breakaway of some members of the CPP at that time. Now, the most sticky issue was the signature part, where the other group was accusing Mr. Cummings of forging their signature. But today's activities, from what we all saw on the screen, okay, was a bit different, where all of the key players from the two political parties came on live screen, signature the document before everybody, all of their members in attendance, not all, but majority of the people in attendance, and even guests, people who are not part of the two parties, who are also members of other parties, were there, and the signature. And everybody confirmed from their own mouth, who got it on tape, that yes, the signature that I see on this document is my signature, to the point where Aloysius to swear that I swear that this is my signature. So guys, does this seem different from what we saw in the first CPP, where people were signing on Zoom, with all the presence of other people, whether they were signing or they were just, making some scratches, nobody could verify that except they that were in that room. So does this one seem a bit different and legitimate?
Listen, you know what got out to this level? When you go, they're always those. I'm not a student of law, but those who study law, they will tell you when it's a handshake, it sometimes can be a binding agreement. They think what happened with that ANC stuff that happened with this faking document, fidgeting document, or fingering document. Somebody has an ulterior motive, hidden agenda. These were grown-ups, went together, have an agreement. If Mr. Cummings knew that this guy would betray him, he would have not agreed to do it. We have not agreed to go at that level. They gave him the impression that things were okay, they should trust one another and work together. We can I think, like I said, bottom line team, we work together on a lot of things without signing a document. But if it comes to a level, you know why they came to the public eye in the public place to sign up? Because they didn't want these things to be repeated. But if we come together agreed as a grown-ups, and this is an agreement, whatever is it, this should have been settled without even going to court. If somebody did not have some different agenda, just to embarrass other people, that was the idea. We want to embarrass him, get out of the court. Get out of the way to let him know that he doesn't know about Liberian politics. We're showing pepper, to speak in a Liberian term. But the fact of the matter is, he trusted them. He said, I'm working with good. That's how Mr. Cummings trusted them. I'm working with gentlemen. Gentlemen, when you say word gentlemen, it means a lot. I'm working with gentlemen that understand the law. They understand me. We should trust one another. On that level, he didn't want to go to asking all those nitty-gritty of signing document. But now the fact that this guy later on betrayed him. Came out, oh yeah, document, he faked the document. That's why we into the public eye. There's nothing different. The agreement was betrayed by people that had different intention from the start. That's it. That's the reason. Anybody can come in agreement without even going to public eye and sign the agreement. If they didn't have anything, they had different way to go their various ways. You have said to Mr. Cummings, you know what? We don't like the way you're working things. They say you eye in the seat, I eye in the seat. Let's go our separate ways, and we find in trouble. They didn't do that, but they want to drag him into court, embarrass him, tarnish his reputation, and you see what happened. The rest is history. So this is it. There's nothing different. Just like some guys in a game were not trusted, and they were just there with different agenda. That's it.
Okay, Paul, you can come in on that. And after that, I'll ask another sticky question.
Yeah, Jamal is right. You see, the reason why they did that today is a message that is sending to those who left, that he didn't come in with good heart, but we're doing it now with a very good heart. So we came together for a purpose. You betray us, but this one will show you that we will deliver, and we're bringing other people on board that will work alongside with us. So that was the message they were sending. At some point, Elisha made a joke, and that joke is the fact that we signed document, you went and lie on us. So now we're showing the public that this is our signature on it, and we're going to go forward, and it's open to other people to join. I think most abilities, I think Mr. Cummings said something, and you play his clip later. He said, it's not only the two parties, but they kept space for other parties to join them that will put their signature to that document, say, yeah, we mean business. I think that's the message they're sending to the rest of the opposition that betrayed them.
I'm tempted to ask this question. Now that this document has been signed in public glare, it makes it legitimate. It makes it valid to a point where nobody will say somebody forged my signature somewhere along the line. So what if those parties that left see the legitimacy in this document and say, no, listen, the first thing we did, it was that kind of way. There was no way to really verify what was happening. But now that this one is clear, we want to go back to the CPP as original members. We want to go back. Should they be welcomed? Let me just put it blank.
Well, I think they are welcome to build a big team. But then when they come now, they come and then will meet Mr. Cummings as the standard bearer of that party. So they are welcome. Everybody is welcome. And if we want to have a better Liberia, this is the time. That's why the CPP came together. And they said it from day one. We come together to make George we are a one-term president. So the room is open for them. They took Mr. Cummings to court. He's now vexed with them. Then they can still come by and say, look, we made a mistake and we're coming home. The doors are still open for them. They can come and join us. So before you go further, the viewer share this where you see what we're talking about. The CPP, the statement from most ability. What God is saying here is the yardstick for winning voters over, and that's right. So that will bring
people on board. Comments shortly, but yeah. But so, do you agree with Paul and Jamel that these guys, that the people that left, the parties that left, can come back? They'll be welcome. Seeing that this new one, the way it's done, is clear, they want to come back.
I think Shamabede said sometimes a couple of weeks back that Liberia belongs to every one of us. We want it to succeed. And if you have a clear heart, there's nothing happening bringing them on board. But on the condition, he said, I want to repeat this, on the condition, you have to live by the document they give you. Mr. Cummings is the standard barrier. He's the chairman of the party, and other terms or conditions within the framework document. You have to live by. That's it. The doors are open for all Liberians. Liberia is beyond you and myself. And we should have that as our heart. Liberia is beyond every one of us. We should agree. Look, I don't have to like you, laying forth to work with you. If we have a common objective to make Liberia better, I can work with you. This is what Mr. Cummings has been doing all along. That's why some of us got to try to Mr. Cummings. It's not like he like everybody. He doesn't have to like everybody. Musa doesn't have to like everybody. But when they have the same objective, common objective, let's work towards it, share views. That's it. It's not about the doors are open. They've been repeatedly saying it. Chairman Bede have said it over and over. He has said it. That the doors are open to people, but on the condition that whatever we have, you have to live by that. So there's nothing new to this. They are welcome. I think they are welcome. It's Liberia for every one of us. We want to make it better. That's it. You have to live by that. So there's nothing new.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go to viewers' comments, because as we go along, we'll be reading what our viewers feel. This makes it interesting. But viewers, please share the video. All of you that are viewing, we know you got a lot of friends and you are connected to different groups. Just drop the link in those various groups and invite your personal friends in your messenger. Okay, our first comment here was today by Rita Menon. When we first started, we were talking about the CPP, the sign of the document, and she said today was a great day for the CPP, hashtag CPP. So I think all of the supporters, sympathizers of the CPP were excited today, like Paul said from the start. So it's true, Orito, today was a great day. And Guy to me said, oh, great greetings, friends or family. That's Guy to me from Germany. And also Guy dropped something here. He said, it's a good yardstick for winning vote. And he was, I guess he was referring to the statement by Chairman Musa Beliti that the CPP is now a big group. So ANC, Mr. Cummings is no more so peculiar to the ANC, okay? Or he does not belong only to the ANC, but now he belongs to a group of other political parties that are in the CPP or that may come to join the CPP. So when like we already discussed, when people are looking at Mr. Cummings, they shouldn't look at it in the context of being stand-up bearer for the CP, for the ANC, and they shouldn't be considering it as such. So those are the few comments we have for now, but we proceed. And like I said, if you're just joining us, this is Bottom Line. My name is Linford Goer from Norway, and Paul Chilipe is there in the UK, along with Jamel. And tonight, we're sorry, Antrik is not on. I don't know, probably she may join us in the course of the program. But we've been dealing with the big change in the political arena, okay, especially the rebranding of the CPP. A new brand CPP is on the horizon. And Mr. Cummings has officially become the standard bearer of the CPP by virtue of the new document that is signed, the new framework agreement by which they will operate. Now, let's hear, after the signing of that paper by all of the key players, it was officially presented to Mr. Cummings, confirming him as the what? Standard bearer. So let's hear Mr. Cummings' response.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see the ring now off? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. So, the leadership of the CPP, chaired by Mr. Musa Hassan Belite, to the vice chair of the CPP, the chairman of the ANC, Senator General Latin, to all the leadership of the two political parties and the CPP, to the other other parties who are joining us today, the UPP, the PLP, the LPDP, and all others. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you for believing in Liberia. Thank you for believing in CPP. Together we will change Liberia. Before I make my short remarks, I want to say to you here and the Liberian people, we are presenting this document to you. You, the Liberian people, you here present today, you have clamored, you've wanted us to stick together. You wanted a united opposition. And today, together with the Liberty Party and the other parties that will join us, we will work every day to deliver a united opposition so we can make President Weah a one-term president. So this document is yours, and I present it in a symbolic manner to the people of Liberia. Let me also say that although the ANC and the Liberty Party signed this document today, this document is written in a way that is welcoming to other political parties. So to all of you here today and those who are not, we'll be reaching out to everybody to come and join us so we can work together to change our country. Liberia deserves better. Liberians deserve better. No more must a Liberian go to bed hungry. No more must our children go to inadequate schools. No more must we allow people to come and steal from us. No more will we allow people to come and steal from us. Let me say to you in this public manner, if you're supporting us, the CPP, if you're supporting me and the Cummings because you want your chance to come and chop the Liberian people money or come to play big shot, we are not for you. We are a party and a group of Liberians who want to work together to change our country so that every Liberian child can have the opportunity to be whatever he or she wants to be, so that we can stop the sexual and gender-based violence in our country, so that we can improve and build the infrastructure in Liberia. This is what we promise you. This will happen. Believe it. Let's work together. And I say we will change Liberia. So before I sit down, I want you to repeat after me. When I say Liberia, I want you to say deserves better. You hear me? Liberia. When I say Liberians, I want you to say deserve better. Liberians. When I say CPP, I want you to say stronger together. CPP. And when I say real change, I want you to say change is coming. Real change. Real change. Liberians. Liberia. CPP. Together, we will change our country. Together, we'll stop the stealing. Together, we'll develop our country. I thank you. God bless you. And God bless Liberia.
Okay, that was Mr. Cummings. I want any of you guys to tell us what you gather from Mr. Cummings' speech or a certain speech.
Together, we will build Liberia. It means we all put hands together to build Mama Liberia, not one person. Together, we change Liberia. Together, we'll stop the stealing. That's the message. Come on board. Let's work together and build better Liberia. Jamal?
Listen, Mr. Cummings impresses me every day. You know, his political skills are sharpening every day. You got to move the crowd. This is why he's moving. It's not about long speeches. It's like tell them what they want to hear. I just want to pick on that. Those statements he's made, he's been making those statements all along from 2017 up to today. But you pick on something that is very, very recognizable. His skills in politics, from the corporate world to politics, is picking up very fast. And he got the crowd moving. You saw what happening? He told the people he wanted a special statement to be in their head, at the back of their minds. Liberians deserve better. Liberians deserve better. Liberians deserve better. CPP together, we can make it. CPP together, we are strong. Those are where will be re-echoing in the minds of Liberians. That's why we expect politicians to speak. Not too much long speeches, to the point. So I'm just kind of admiring for a political skills he's developing every day. I think he's speaking to the bread and butter issue. And he's speaking to the people that they want to listen to. He wants to speak to their minds and their hearts. And I just admire him. I don't know what to say. I think he's getting there. It's not done yet. We are not out of the woods yet, but we're getting there.
I think Jamal is right here. He's really spot on. He's speaking the minds of the people, and he says something. Our daughters. He made reference to a few group of people, the schools, the daughters, and most ability said that too about disadvantage about our daughters, people abusing them because of the situation, and that what brought them together to change that Liberia. Yeah.
And yeah, what I gather, some of the things that I gather is he kept emphasizing the word we, because politically nobody can do it alone. There is not a way. I mean, let's bring politics down to the home. In a home, you have a married couple. No matter how hard this man works, the man cannot be at work preparing food home at the same time. The man cannot be at work washing clothes home at the same time. If they got children, the man cannot be at work and taking care of the children at the same time at home. So it's a teamwork. So normally I hear most politicians say, I will, no matter how powerful, how skillful, how smart you are, you cannot work alone. So Mr. Cummings emphasized that word, we, meaning the rest of the political parties that are coming with him. And he's always said one thing, that we need, this is a big tent, right? If you build this big tent, even in the middle of the forest, if you are in it alone, you've done nothing. But if you got a group of people in that tent, if there is somebody who can draw water, there is somebody who's able to cook, there is somebody who's able to cook, there's somebody, probably you guys in the forest, there's somebody who can set trap, there is somebody who can fish it. No, you see, their hands working together. So the very idea of forming a coalition or a collaboration is very brilliant. And this is what Liberian people have been yearning for, because the Liberian people, no, listen, these people will normally say that the voter, we blame the voters, but they are smart. It's just that they do not have the means of actually doing what they're supposed to do, or some of them have not learned what to do. But the voters know that single-handedly, it will be difficult for any party to win the incumbent, because the incumbent has all of the advantages. They got the money, they control the coffers, they got everything, okay? They can intimidate, they can rape, or not rape, or rake. They can rake the votes. So a lot of things the incumbent can do. So sometimes you find out that to avoid trouble, if there's no strong party, the people will go against that will to vote. They'll say, okay, what to do? Liberian people would have what to do, right? Let's just try. See? So, but with a strong coalition, and the people can see that the coalition is much stronger, the ruling party cannot match them. I know the Liberian people very well. They'll say, man, the new group, I think they can make it. Let's go there. You see? So the very idea of forming a new branded coalition, I think is a brilliant one. And if all of the people coming on board, like we discussed earlier, can be trusted, they can trust each other. Because there's a key word here, trust. Judging from what happened to Mr. Cummings, I think in the past CPP, I think he will also be very afraid about things repeating itself. Okay, so that trust, the people that are coming on board will have to build that trust. Okay, and the people that are coming on board will have to also get the assurance from the people that they met on the CPP already. And that's a part of the thing I like about Mr. Ability's comment. Okay, that the ANC people or even the Liberty Party people should now adjust themselves in a position as hosts to other people that will come. You shouldn't say this is our thing. No. Okay. As they stand, it's CPP, not Liberty Party, not ANC. Yes, the parties exist, but those are the parties that make up this group. Okay. So it's like we get a football team. John Brown, Peter, everybody come to the football team. We are individual, but what are we when we gather? We gather as team, right? And so we play the game as a team. So that's just my observation. But let's hear what God to me say. Let's look at okay, no, we read that part. Let's come to another comment here. Yeah, Chadela Branchup, she's our regular viewer and a regular commenter. So she says those words struck with me today. Liberians deserve better. Change is coming. Yes, change is coming. And one thing Mr. Cummings did was he told the people to repeat after him. And you know what? Paul, let's go back to our kindergarten days, right? When our kindergarten teacher used to tell us something, they want us to repeat. And you know,
that's
I just
also
started to know some of these things. But when you down there, you don't know. You know why they let you repeat? Yeah, you know why they let you repeat? So that I will stick up there. Because somebody told me once, I think our teacher or somebody, just in a conversation, they said, what you've heard before and what you have seen before, you will forget it. It's automatic. Human being can forget. You will forget. But the moment they mention it, you'll remember it. Or if you see it, you'll remember it. So that's why Mr. Cummings said, when I say this, repeat after me. Liberia deserves better. Liberians deserve better. Change, real change is coming. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think thank you, Sis Chadela Brown. I think that was a very good reminder. That almost came on my. But I think it was really good that Mr. Cummings did that so that the people will remember and you are relating to them in that sense.
Yeah, that's true. Quickly, I want to take you back to why the belief in the CPP. You know, Liberians became disenchanted when this whole saga started with this court issue. Prior to that, the December 11 elections, senatorial elections, you saw what happened. CPP won massive seats in the country. It put a lot of people into the parliament, into the house. Then after that, the hope was that the CPP will really, they will just win hands down. But after that, the whole saga started. What happened next? You saw Liberian got disenchanted. Well, if the opposition are fighting among ourselves, why should we vote for them? Then the ruling party will gaining more ground, gaining some confidence that they're going to win. So the argument of ability, Honorable Cummings, was let's maintain the CPP to rebuild this trust. So you see the essence behind this? We've got to come back. Then it's left with them now as management. We who support the opposition to build this trust. The Liberian can gain that. We need to regain the trust from December last year. How can we regain the trust? It behoves every one of us that we make sure that even the party leaders, that CPP got the same respect they had back. That's the reason they open the doors to other opposition parties to come on board and help. The doors are open to all of them. So the disenfranchised Liberians should think, well, CPP is back. Let's trust them this time they can deliver. So, and also going to Mr. Cummings' speech or the statement he made, very short and to the point. He's not a guy who believes in long speaking now. Speaking to the Liberian level, the Liberian in general, our Liberian level, those words should be simple to the point. So that's why I said he's making some, political skills are sharpening every day. When you speak to the people don't like to wait too long. We don't believe in long talking. Tell me what I want to hear. Liberia deserve better. Change is coming. If your child is coming to my government or to our government to come and chop Liberian people money, you're thinking wrong. Those things are something you'll keep in your mind. It will be at the back of your mind. So those words are sharp and to the point. So there are a lot of ways to go. That doesn't mean that we're winning. Opposition are going to win. But Liberians have to develop their trust. So this is what CPP is doing. We need to build a trust that we have lost over the months. This Sunny is giving the CPP more momentum. Go around and deliver to Liberian people. What can they do for us? That is what CPP.
And I think that particular statement by Mr. Cummings that If you think you're supporting me to come and chop the Liberian for money, I'm not a guy for you. I think that alone will make those that had that intention to drag this away. No, the man, I think he on the same boat with me, so no need to go there. So now that statement will draw the line between uh let me put it this way: the black sheep and the white sheep. Okay, so now
Look,
it will separate.
yeah,
We'll
let me
see
tell you
where the
something.
white sheep is, where the black sheep is.
Yeah, before Paul coming, Mr. Cummings is a guy, every time I'm meeting, you tell us, look, Jamal, we give to Liberian, whether you ANC or whatever, when we get into power, we give to Liberian that deserve it. If you got a qualification, experience, we'll give you the
Yeah,
job.
you
It doesn't
do
have
your
to come
work.
from CPP. You've said it over and over and over and over and over. That tells you the kind of person he is. You don't have to come from ANC. Don't matter what you do. You can just do all you do. You're doing it for the country, not for me. If you believe in if you want to come to the job that you actually gave you a job, no. That is the reason he said to us one of the meetings, look, I'm encouraging people to invest into private sector. Those who don't have the skill to have a job, government job, don't focus on government job. Let's take the skills different way. We've got different skill set. Build the skill set of Liberians. Those who are into microfinance, those into other agriculture programs, build up. Forget about government job. You are saying in Europe here. How many of us, except you working in the government's office right now, how many of us are running for government jobs here? We got our own stuff to run. So it take their minds off because they're where the chop is. The chopping is the how they call it, the candy, they call it what? The candy bar jar is sitting. He doesn't want you to put your hand in that candy jar. He wants you to make sure deliver it to Liberian people. Do your own hard work. If you think you're going to kill yourself for ANC or CPP, tomorrow somebody's coming out there fighting for you and giving you a job. You don't have the qualification. We don't want to repeat the ruling government what they are doing. If you are not CDC, you can't get a job. Man, this is not what we want Liberia to be like. So he has repeatedly said this, and we should keep it at the back of our mind. If you are listening to us, CPP or Mr. Kumi being the head, forget it. You got to do something. I mean, you got to do something. Don't think like because you gave all your money for ANC or you work for ANC, you don't have the qualification, you don't get a job. Forget it.
You
You're out of
gotta you gotta justify your inclusion.
do something different.
Yeah.
Probably you got different skill, develop that. Let's remind it. He told us to be reminding our people this is what he stands for, and that's what we believe in.
Yeah, I just want to take you guys back. Chairman Benedict said the same thing in his speech about people in Liberia. They just think doing the wrong thing is normal. And this is what Mr. Cummings is saying. If you want to join us and you think you can be a big shot or you come into steal, this is not a place. So why is it that Mr. Cummings is now taking a bullet for all of the bad things that are happening? Like, brother man is a rich man. He can be in the Caribbean having fun with his family. But he taking a hit, the bullet, because he want a better Liberia. And that's why I say Liberians deserve better. We can change this place. And that's the point he's making. That people who coming on board come with good intention. Let's change Liberia. And that's what he's saying. Liberia deserve better. And I think that they do the only right path. Yeah.
And that's what I said, that you will see that people who are coming on board on this new
Mhm.
CPP will be the people that mean well for Liberia, and the people who will stay away are the people who have that mind probably to come and get what they can get and leave. And talk about Chairman Ability's speech. There was something also, he gave some advice, let me put it that way, to Mr. Cummings. He said, of all of what you've been going through, from court to people accusing you and then you going to court and all this one, he said the most difficult one is what you have to do now. To lead a country that is totally divided,
Yeah.
to lead a country where people believe that doing the wrong thing is right. And that means, actually, that particular statement means that for you to change these people's mind around, I mean, it's like I'm going right, I'm going straight, and you're not even telling me to make a right turn or left turn, but you want me to make a U-turn. And guess what? I'm going full speed, right? And you want me to turn around? It's not going to be easy. I will either fall off or I will tussle you to the ground or something. So Chairman Bellator was right that the most difficult part of the task is now. And you know the reason why? The reason, when I deduced that particular statement, number one, Mr. Cummings have officially been considered or what can I say? Has officially been endorsed as the standard bearer of the CPP. So all of the responsibility comes on him. If the CPP fails now, it's not 4 people. If the CPP fails now, it's not 3 people who are the head. It's 1 man, Alex Cummings. And so that's a heavy job. The past CPP, it was like rotational. I take it, I leave it, whether I do well or not. I give it to Jamel. Jamel take it, he leave it, whether he does well or not. He pass it to Paul. And so every one of us will take the glory for the good work that one person did. And then when they run one kind, nobody wants to take responsibility. But this trip, if the CPP performs well, I'm not saying that Mr. Cummings is going to work single-handedly. But what I'm saying, the greater burning last one he said as stand-up bearer. So if the CPP, the new CPP performs well, it will be Mr. Cummings' name that will go, but it's the collective work of all of the parties. Okay. And so that big responsibility is there, but one person will have to spearhead that responsibility. And that's why our chairman Billy was trying to say that to turn of people who believe that wrong is good, to turn them around is not easy. And a divided country. Now, the country has been divided for years, as far as I can remember. There have been this Congo country divide, but it has not been divided like it is now. We still got the Congo country factor, but the tribal factor has come. The political party factor has also kicked in, where if I belong to this party, the rest of the people do not matter to me. So if my party takes over, the rest of the people do not matter. This is how divided we have become, to the point where if you got a brother in the CDC and you are in ANC, it's a problem. Okay, so for Mr. Cummings to mend this division is going to be a big task. So I think Chairman Billy was right. That's how I look at it.
Well, I want to look at the viewer comment. Look at it quickly. There's a last
one. Let's the last one here from Judah Farr. Judah Farr says he needs to preach the message often.
That's right. Let it sink in the minds of the people. And that's what Judah is talking about. He is right. Because you see, when you carry a message that like when we were in kindergarten and say repeat S or so, it stuck with us today. So if you keep seeing it, it will get in the minds of the people.
Seriously, I didn't know. I didn't know why teachers want us to repeat after them. When they talk, we can hear them, but they still want us to repeat after them. Now I just getting to know.
The society is polarized big time in Liberia. And remember, the country have a lot of bad guys, and the bad guys want majority to suffer. So you're talking about this divide about tribalism and this. It's the bad people that sink that message into the people's ear. And that's how they bend. They use it to their advantage. I can give example. The bad guy won like Banana. He got radio station all over the place. And they set a message, it will sink in people's ears. So from this sort of man, when Mr. Cummings keep repeating these things, when it start sinking in people's ears, they'll start forgetting about the bad guys. That Liberia can become a better place. Liberia was once a better place before. While the bad people took over and turned Liberia upside down, we can get that Liberia back. So this sort of message can really sink into people's ears. And I think it's a good thing that they see. And I want to say something else. The incumbent were afraid to meet Mr. Cummings in this election. That's why they were doing everything to stop him. But now, with he being the standard bearer of the CPP, these guys are going to have sleepless nights. I can tell you this because the group that are coming together, their application already, Mr. Cummings said that he named them. There are people coming on board, and those people that are coming on board, that alone will tell Mr. Man, yes, Liberia now we're heading different paths. So from now to the next 13 months, there are a lot of activities, and people will start, the message will start sinking in people's ears that we need a better Liberia. We need a better Liberia. And how do we get a better Liberia? We got somebody that can deliver, and that person is Mr. Cummings. He's the one that you cannot pinpoint anything on. So they're going with all of the negative propaganda that they don't have anything on him. So the bad guys, they're not going to sleep. They're going to write all kind of trash about him. But as long as the message keeps sinking in people's ear, they will say, wait a minute, let's follow this man. And that's what's going to happen.
But I can assure you one thing, that even though Mr. Cummings is now the conventional politician, as we all may know, but politicians, their minds are set in a way that we ordinary people who are not politicians do not look at. Mr. Cummings knows that all of these things will happen. There will be, attacks from here and there. Even he didn't know, he's seeing it now. Because in politics, like people say, politics now a game for small ball. So if you were like, you're so soft or you're so weak, you don't go into politics because a lot of things will come. And let me just share something with you guys, not confirm this now. But I was in a conversation with some top, a very top UP person, and this person is giving me some hints. And what this person is saying, it makes sense that there are some Unity Party people. I'm sorry, I don't want to abort what people are thinking, but there's some Unity partisans who feel a little bit fatigued with how things are going in the party, and they think that there must be a change in leadership in the Unity Party, and that if that leadership was to come on board, they can work along with Mr. Cummings and the other parties. That is, to form a new group. But it seems that things will not go down because people, the same thing what Paul mentioned about the tribal sentiments and the regional sentiment, and I come from Bon County, so our people, this is how we think that if I come from Bon County, anybody from Bon County go in, oh yeah, that's our own. Whether he's qualified or not, yeah, that's our own. We all should flock after him. And so that has been affecting our body politic in Liberia for years. And so this is working, according to that UP person, this is working in the system, especially in the opposition. And this is why the opposition have been having it difficult to hold together. But again, let's hope that people will begin to see the real truth. People will begin to go beyond this regional politics, this tribal thing, that this is our own oppressing. Let me tell you, if I went to a party or a big program, let's say a big festival, and I dress my devil and I carry my devil is not dancing well, I will respect myself, take my devil off easily, carry him inside, and let him rest instead of disgracing me further. Because the more you keep this devil outside, he desperately performing, he will disgrace you more. But our people, our regional people, they are like, oh yeah, our own. So whether he's doing well now, or whether he's well, let's keep him there. And then this is where the problems come from. But gentlemen, I don't know if any of you have anything else to add. A lot of things have been happening in Liberia though, in the past few weeks. So if there's anything else that you guys want us to touch.
Yeah, I just want to share something else.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I will just make it brief. When you get at a higher seat, you become the symbol of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go somewhere, they say, yes. You see, in Sierra Leone, when people make reference to who Manobio, Rwanda, they made reference to Paul Kagame, right? So if you pick a leader that people make reference to, that leader is the symbol of a country. I want to share something with you guys, and I just want your take on this. Bear with me a few minutes. The reason why I'm bringing this out, the president of Liberia, Dr. Excellency George Manawia, was somewhere just recently, and he made some statement, and it's that represent the higher seat that he holds. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. There's some video that he was out there speaking to his partisan, and it does not show any kind of good sound. So me found this while you're talking. Me bring this in.
Okay, why you finding?
Listen. I want you to listen keenly. Listen to me. Listen. Look, my man. Ask anybody when you think Banamuna you. Listen. We live in Florida, Gibraltar area. We get respect for others. If you don't want to hear anybody speaking here, get outside. The next time the honorable is speaking and I hear anyone boo, you will get out. So listen and start causing noise. You understand? And the party that you represent, the CDC is not a party that they rule people. So if you wear the beret, it symbolizes peace in this country. So you must respect yourself. And don't think that you talk because some of us we are more talks than you. You understand? So let's
guys.
Listen.
Yeah.
I will say something. Forget about why he's saying that. You know, Paul, it's not being represented. You can see that this is not a George Weah 5 years ago. When he goes everywhere, people listen to him. You can see that the decline of his leadership, the decline of his morale, the decline of his reputation, struggling to speak among people that used to go out there to receive him. I'm just getting sorry for him. Don't look at it from there he's speaking. That's his George Weah. He's declining, not only gradually, but rapidly. Because he's struggling to put the crowd under control. You understand that? This is not George Weah when he stands, people listen to him public speaking, but he's struggling. People are disenchanted. Paul, this is what it's saying. This is what I'm telling us. You know, when you go to certain places, when you notice here in this country where Boris Johnson goes anywhere, they boo him. He goes anywhere, they boo him. Now you begin to know this is not. It's getting right for me to leave. He left, honorably left. It's going to go worse and worse and worse. But you know, if you don't see the signs on the wall, the writing on the wall that this is time to pack, we think that we stay dancing the booger. Yeah, he danced the booger. You will come to the end that you will say, no, it's time that you will see. I'm not just saying, I'm not predicting, I'm not a prophet here, but I'm telling you, this tells anybody that this guy is declining rapidly. He's struggling to put the crowd under control. Where George Weah stands anywhere before, people listen to him religiously. But this is a guy struggling to put, I'm more than you. You see how he's struggling? You see that from my perspective. This is what I can tell you. It's not about he representing. He's forced to speak that English because he doesn't have control anymore.
Now, the reason why I said Paul Gigami, Bill, if you talk about George Weah outside now, it's all about corruption and stealing. So that's the bad image.
No, forget about that, Paul.
Wait, no,
leave that alone.
Well, now let me lay on this.
Listen, Paul, his house that he built, yeah, is breaking on him. Forget about the Paul Gigami, other outside.
Let me lay on this. The reason why I'm saying this and this tie in with Mr. Cummings' speech that Liberians deserve better. You gave all this guy that you so believe, and now you said it right. The house now is crumbling on him. So this guy, in the next 13 months, the reason why I brought this up, that message, if they keep singing that song, that he will become a one-term president, it will happen. When it starts sinking, if the people in Clarendon can boo at him, that is the message that it need to sing with people that no, Liberians deserve better. So I don't know how you look at it, Linfa.
Well, you know, every time I look at that video, a couple of things come to my mind. I got some Sierra Leonean friends, and they got a joke about the late Saka Stephen, right? They said they stayed in power so much that they couldn't move in. People started getting disgruntled. And the woman had a man, they have it. They say he was very fond of his people. He was sometimes go in the market to even go by or just driving the street. They say the woman had big nose, telling me, very big nose. So the people say, oh, big nose, do that. He said, big nose. He said, your mama boom boom. He was causing there. He said, woo. He said, woo. Because people are getting tired with him now. So George Weah is gradually becoming like that. I remember the 2017 campaign, George Weah went to Bomi County and he pulled a crowd. And there he was throwing some jabs at Joe Bwaka. And Joe Bwaka also threw some jabs at him that he will kick the Liberian people like football when he takes over. And now he threw some jabs at Joe Bwaka. He said when Joe Bwaka wake up, he's sleeping. When he wake up, you'll come to reality. And the crowd I was in Bomi, I mean, people could hardly hear George Weah talking. That was not the only time. George Weah went to Nima County. Costa used to have a video where you could hear this guy, Jovia said, if Bob could build this country, then Liberia will be in country, then Liberia will not be like it is today. And you could see the crowd. And there was this particular guy, hey, Jovia, come for oil. Hey, Jovia, come for oil. Now, fast forward 5 years, Jovia became president. Their dream came true. The same Jovia goes to Clarendon, where it should be popular. And I believe, like what Paul said, okay, I mean, like what Chima said, Paul, I mean, Joshua used to go places like Clarendon in Monrovia. The street will not be, there will not be breathing space in the street. But now, 5 years forward, Joshua goes to Clarendon or West Point. I don't know where was he when he made that statement. And then you see, when that a group of people, one single guy will get out and challenge him among the security. And so he's losing grapes. I 100% agree with Jima, right? He's losing grapes. If Joshua had power, he still have power over the people, influence all the people. The first thing, one single guy will not stand in the crowd to challenge him. Okay? 2, he should not do the job himself by telling the guy, I'm more bad than you.
Look, man, I think we need to play this again.
Yeah, Chancellor have all the bots. But Chancellor will never challenge one single boss standing somewhere in the corner talking.
No, this is a funny thing. My brother.
Yeah. No, Jima, wait. You can't. I don't want to forget one thing. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. When Ellen received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011, I was in Southampton. Douglas Fangalo and all the guys, and the guys from Radio Liberia in America at that time, I used to be that correspondent. They said, my man, the president going to your country, I can't go there. I said, hey, go and treat my exam and say, go. I managed to come. If people listen to that program in Liberia, I was one I helped to relay it. I came to London. Ellen Johnson arrived early in the morning. We went to one Madingo car house, but I didn't just remember the car house. We slept, we slept there that night. Early in the morning, we all got ready to go to the program hall. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf show. Very sleepy, they just arrived in the morning. We went for all the MR2 garden drop off, joggers, Fangalo and myself. We carried the umbrella. We pour on the umbrella, they brought in the hall. So when the program was going on there, this guy, I don't know whether he stayed in Birmingham or somewhere, Manchester, what he's called Joseph Chie. One short guy like this. So Joseph Chie was in the hall, he was scraping something on the paper that you protest against Ellen to tell Ellen for people to start sending money by what's in your out of Liberia. So we thought you're joking. And he carried this thing. Anybody in our hall will remember. When Ellen was speaking, you were there?
I was in the hall.
Yeah, you remember if I lie. Joseph Chie was standing way up. He took a paper like this. He started protesting. So some people were not stopping. Before Ellen went out and raised some voice. Then the guy, Joseph Chie persisted. Then she said, okay, your leader, your man, let the government talk. He said, okay, thank you, Madam President. I just want to protest and tell you that I should tell the Liberian people to start sending money. So you see my placard. And you, when you were that president, you were protesting against other presidents, so I'm protesting against you. And Ellen said, okay, young man, you finished? It's your right to protest. And she quiet her voice down. You see it? So if George Weah can now try to attack, because if you get like a chance, he will go attack our ball. Because he say he's more bad than the man. The best thing he talk is even better. See, so George Weah could walk literally till like a slapping. And that's not the first time George Weah is threatening people. Recently, he may threaten people that if anybody calls him and walk, the person cannot walk in the street freely. Then one time he look at Costa and say, look at that picking. That picking there, you get here myself, pour on Central Street. I'll waste one slap in your ear. You see? So the man get frustrated very easily. So I think Jima is right. He's losing control.
And another thing you should also know that he is, one thing we forgot to also mention here is Natana Magay presence.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was saying in one of our program. If Natana Magay is not around George, where you will see, I was telling one of our guests the last time, Cyrus Gray. It's Cyrus, right?
Yeah.
Now, the presence of Natana Magay was a canopy. It was a big blessing for George, where he protected him a lot of stuff. People didn't know he was a prime minister. This guy would have gone and organized that group and put everybody under control. That's the kind of person he was. Every good meetings he was going to, I'm not CDC fan, but I knew that he was a big organizer. He could go. There was some kind of confusion, land dispute in Iba County. Nathan Magay was there days before to settle that dispute, and before Joshua came, it was handled in a way that put in a very dignified fashion. That was the kind of Magay he was. So Miguel absence, you see why he's struggling? This is the, though you will see some people present. Don't forget these things. That's why his character, he has some stuff people didn't take into consideration. He made Georgia who he is. So that's why he made Georgia who he is. He came around, presented him. He would have been there the first person to speak, put the crowd under control. He made people to dance booga. He's not there dancing booga. Georgia was struggling to speak. He even struggling to speak at their own place. So I'm not gonna more than you. You know, this is the president. So he's fighting for his faith. He's fighting to survive. He doesn't have the old guard around now to give him the support. Then they said somebody said they'll create more what do you call him? More Nathaniel McGay. You know how long they were together for opposition time? This guy built him. George, we will see the ripple effect, the repercussion on George Weah. This guy built George Weah. Trust me. He built him, he put him who he is. His absence now sees a lot of big difference in. This guy keep appearing. Tell me, you being a journalist, where have you seen George Weah having a complete 1 hour interview face to face with journalists?
Not even 30 minutes, no. 1 hour.
So
they make him from Nigeria. After he told over when he landed, they asked a few questions, he started lying because he doesn't know what to say. He's not
who been facing the press? If it's not Nathaniel McGill, is the minister of what do you call it? The minister of or other people. Those are the guys, the commandant are around, the lieutenant are around him, protect him. And now I need to be very careful now to make the public appearances before they nail him down. That's the thing. So you see, the wall around him is crumbling fast. People don't take it for joy. It's crumbling fast. And one thing, I know you come to that topic. Well, Liberians will say they pray for Nathaniel McGay. Fine, let it be. Pray for him. But that doesn't change anything. I mean, God is there. I don't believe in God. But what is happening right now, the situation that some of the big brothers are watching, like the Americans, the Europeans are watching what's going on, and are now it's making them to jitters. They are really, they got shiver going through their spine right now. Those guys will, for now to 13 months from now, you see big changes going to happen in Liberia, and with the connection of the politicians, the opposition, with the international community, they should know that those guys are well connected. The ability, the Cummings, and other big names that they're not mentioning. You know what they're doing? They are giving more, they're putting more screw into the thing, to the soul, and turning it down, and make sure that those guys are something. So the pressure will be on them. So it's going to be a real fun. I mean, from now to December this year, tell me, you will see a lot of stuff happening. Trust me. You will say,
and probably, let me just tell you, a top former UP senator. I talked to him today. I'll not call his name.
Don't do that.
No, I can't. Oh, I can never. This man, people will get to know, but this man is leading, should I say, a protest or a march? He said a march. He's leading thousands of people that he had already galvanized. Told the American embassy, that's a news that he told me. He said, I can bring it if I want to, but carefully. He's heading people to the American embassy to go thank the Americans on Friday, this Friday coming, to go thank the Americans for the sanctions.
That's a breaking news, isn't it?
Yeah, and then they will also, after thanking the people, they will also call for more sanctions. Since the CDC got a history of dispersing crowd or dispersing crowd that try to go against the government. Let's see what they'll do. Probably they'll send the COP or another group from the CDC to go there to stop the people from thanking the American for imposing sanctions on their people and also calling for more sanctions. So it's going to be interesting. But those of you, our viewers, or those of you listening, you will get to know the name of the president. The president will introduce himself one day on Friday, and you will know. And we all hope to see the impact of that march.
Listen, quickly, before the biggest hope we had when the Obajo came to power, the COP, that is now another group by itself. That was a citizen civil group that would have helped to this government to crumble fast.
Mm-hmm.
But with different interests, all these interpretation things changed. That was the force, a civil force, that will have changed the government hand big time, twist their arms, and things will happen. Because that group became discredited now, because it's well-wanted discredited group right now. COP was a group that would have been, it was a force that would have changed things very fast in our country. And now, because it's not around, the government has to come in, the big brother has to come in, say, you know what, we've got to tell this guy to listen. And if you see that brother in the crowd shouting, he's hungry. Man, he's hungry. You can't keep singing CDC song. That song where they can sing or praising somebody, I'm hungry. I can't sing when I'm hungry. How many must be in that place? Someone said, I read the paper, he said, Somebody saying one of the newspaper writing, said 1847, one of the worst government we ever had. A government that would, the guy who came from the slum believed that he would make things better for Liberia, and that because he was there. Now he's there, now he doesn't even care who has it. Man, we have to be sorry for our people, man. We got to pray for them, like change will come. Like Cummings saying, change is coming soon. But we need to sharpen also our tone. Tell the people, not only change coming, we will give to them what they want. What do we give to them? We'll give them that bread and butter. We'll give to them what they want. Not only change coming, we'll give you better change to them. This is why we should sing the song. Now we're not dancing booga, we're giving the people what they want. This is all we want to tell Joshua and the people.
Somebody, my father is trying to pick my mic. No, it's not Dr. Lester Tenney. Lester Tenney is a sedition. He's not a unity party man. So it's not Dr. Lester Tenney. Yes, Mike, you're here on Friday. Actually, I should have had that person today on the show, but it's just that he has on serious meeting. But you get to know. I'm gonna talk to him again. If he can have time, probably he can make it on Paul's show on Saturday. But I'll talk to him. Let me ask him because he been busy. But so guys, that's it. I 100% agree with you. Joshua is missing on power. You know, and this thing usually happens to leaders. You know, when things were getting bad for Joe, I understand Joe could not. Some of his own people said could not stand in his face again because that leaders become when they know they're missing out on power, they become a little bit uneasy, even their own confidence. Let's forget about leaders, man. Let's bring it down to the home in the family. You and your wife, your children. So now you go to work. Okay, things are not going too good at work with you or in some group or somewhere. Something happened to you. When you come home, that small effect is on you. You come, your children come, oh, papa, and know that thing bothering you. Say, you not even look at it. You say, wait, small here, wait. You know, that's how leaders operate. Most leaders. And if you are not very, very careful, you become so temperamental that you pass on that effect to people around you or to people who are even dear to you. So I don't know how you guys look at it. I don't know if I'm lying, but I think we are family people. Sometimes certain things can bother you a little bit, and you just don't want somebody distracting you at the moment.
My brother, when you're in a community organization and everybody talking about you bad, you can't function well. Then think about 5 million people that depending on you and they're struggling. It's just a Liberia is a calm place, but if it was Nigeria, we will run away. To be honest,
no, Liberia is not. Go on, sorry, go on.
We are very calm people. So you see people get frustrated. You remember some young guy went wasted, I think that was gasoline and burned himself. Those are all out of frustration. When people are frustrated, this is what happened.
And by the way, that guy was my student in elementary school. That was 1983, 84.
Right.
So
what really happened? People get frustrated, especially when they trusted you. They gave you, say you come from the small community, you one of us, and then things not happening. And then you go back, you in all wear suit, the top of wear shoes and everything. They're looking at you and they can't even afford to buy a color. Man, that guy was just angry and just one person. And they got one person talking of God to say, oh, our banner picking too. So it just tells you.
Yeah, so what imagine what if it was half of that crowd over there that was doing that, what would have happened?
Oh no, I'm going to send the military in.
But the thing is, it's going to happen soon, Paul. I mean, Linford. Things will happen. They may not challenge him from because you know one thing he's very careful. The video, the YouTube, everything. I mean, the people are doing live those stuff. If he misbehave, it will go against him. So you have to be very careful. But trust me, they will send security on that guy. That guy will have, you will hear different news about that guy. So that's what's going to happen. Yeah. You know, a lot of challenges will be coming, a lot of frustration will be coming on Liberian people because they are frustrated, they're not getting what they want, and they'll be challenged. And this is why the opposition stepped in to make things better. Georgia is frustrating, he's declining very fast. I remember in 2015, 2016, 2017, before the election, I was in Liberia. Liberians will have, I used to live around Blue area, District 17. They will walk, can you imagine, go to CDC headquarters. He will go to CDC headquarters because of love. He had a natural love. People had natural love for him. Now, okay, when he got to the presidency, you think that, well, I'll come out of a church. Liberian people believe in God. Yeah, that's right. Now, where's the church today? I'll go and dance book out. They will send you dance book out, then they will give you a popularity. Now what's happening to you now? People, the big brothers watching. I keep saying the big brothers watching. Saying the Liberian people don't have the power or the strength. If you know, we are worried of war right now. If you get that's why COP got a little bit afraid. I think they were also a bit smart. The COP was smart. If you put people in the way, it could disintegrate into something else. So that's the calculation. So they put it under control. If you got people on the street, different things can happen. And we just came out of 14 years of war. So they say these guys are struggling right now. What we do, we'll fight for them. I said it probably last time. Nickel parable. The cows that doesn't have a tail, that God's dropped down. So that's what happened. The people are telling people, we're not putting you, we'll put sanction on you. That's it. Just one sanction. They put sanction more of the key people. Liberian people will breathe good, they will pay them good money. Those people, those teachers and nurses, civil servant workers will gather money on time. That's the next thing they should be doing. Not only sanction, make sure that people gather pay, people gather bread and butter money as required. Not only sanction, then people pay them. They're not getting paid. They're not getting paid.
Okay, let's look at what Judafa is saying. The international community do need to get information from the opposition. They have the recording from the CDC chairman where he was talking about the ills within the weird government. And you know, I was somewhere arguing with some citizens. Oh, they're coming using $1 million to go to Washington to post sanction on all these people. So I tried to beat some sense in their head. I said, no, listen, and all of them live in America, right? So I said, you live in America. Cummings will not take beggar money and go and call people, key people, and start giving them money. Some other people are richer than Cummings. Okay, some of them work with institute. The Magnitsky is not one man organization. This is a system operates under the State Department. This is not. The Treasury Department. This is not like few guys, Linfo and Paul sit down and say, "Man, let me go dump it on somebody." No. Okay, so you think Cummings, and before Cummings can go to say oppose sanction on a man, he must get proof, or he must be present every step of the way. How many times does Cummings go to America? So you say that I call him, okay, yeah, I'm sending the money by Western Union, or I don't know how you send it by your bank account, you go post.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
And the second thing I'm trying to tell you is Cummings is not running against Serena Sifos as president or as ICOA Secretary, Solicitor General. Cummings is not running against Natural Magay to be Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Cummings is not running against
Dave
Traore to be poll manager. So why would he point these people to get sanctioned when the mean that he's running against it there? And he said, yeah, but you start from somewhere. So I said, okay, but if that is the case, then so be it. That Cummings will put sanction on all the people on Georgia and all, so that you can get out of the way. Then let's change the country. But this is how people look at things.
The thing Brother Far said is true. That video clip mobile model is what been happening. Yeah, about he going traveling, bringing money and use it on his own. We saw the American embassy is right in Liberia. They saw the 49 condominium he built. They saw Maggie build a mausoleum for his mom when she passed away. They saw the house he built over the river, I think for his daughter or his girlfriend. The people on the ground, they seen all of this. So if Cummings telling them this, then why they can make Cummings president one time he get a power to just go to America, say post sanction on this person. Why you doing it out already? The people see you stealing already. You doing the thing. They say, well, hold on. We saw people in Lofa County with new liberty giving it out. So that Cummings were giving no money out. Then they seeing people, their own run doing catch up with them.
Well, as time goes by, politically, there will be new developments and there will be interesting things happening in Liberia. So this is just the introduction of what we have to see here in the next 13 months and even beyond. And I can see that CDC, let me tell you, the people have lost hope. I can see that CDC is going back to that gear of being opposition, because there are people who used to say, 24 hours. Now they are saying, yeah, when you're kind of there, you'll see what we'll do. You see,
but you know what happened? You know what's going to happen with CDC? The party was built by the love of one person.
Yeah.
With that one person not in the picture, there will be no more CDC. Because the party is the love of one person.
It may not be peculiar to CDC. That means CDC alone is not that. Let me tell you. Let me go to the MPP. The MPP was built around Taylor. After Mr. Taylor left, the MPP has been struggling. The NDPL was built around Doe. When Doe died, the MPP went underground. The Tory party was built around that hegemony. But when that whole thing was broken down, they had a big building, EJ Rock building. What did they do next?
Look, Linford, what I'm seeing here, those parties are still around. But this one, it will collapse completely and disappear.
No, listen, the frame will still be around. Because when you talk about those parties are still around, where's NDPL? Where is it? That's just a frame. Or maybe some people they get to show that this is the name of
they still get people that are heading NDPL, they still around.
But where are they? Why is that? That's the point I'm trying to make. Look at Joe Howard Taylor. Joe Howard Taylor has to survive solely only by getting in a collaboration with what? CDC.
They're still there.
Literally, the MPP is dead. I can tell you that.
What I'm saying, this one, it will vanish because that the love of one man. It's not an institution we're building. It's a love for a person. I say, boy, you move. And now when somebody from that camp is challenging, then the love start falling and pass it. Oh, our banner picking once upon a time. That's what it's showing. And if you look at majority of the keys, the strong people that build that party, they all left. So the banner picking and are left in the party now, they're fighting among each other.
You know what I would say? When George Weah should be preparing for his exit, instead of waiting, fighting something, because Prince George is not willing to take him to Nigeria anymore to go to Senegal. When the man who was what's the name again?
Joshua.
TB Joshua. TB Joshua, who is late now, when he was taking there to get blessing. So those things were like, okay, I'll go to now. He's going to be seeking all the God's blessings. I mean, fine enough, and I can go for it. But no, when there's a way out, there's a way out. I've said this over and over. There's a sign that this guy is falling out very, very fast. And you will see it around him. You will see more this drama coming out of him and around him. It's going to happen. And that's what we're saying. But we pray for Liberia. We wish Liberia will survive out of this. Because if he's falling apart, Liberia should not go along with him. Because we need to survive. Liberia need to survive. We should pray for that. Nobody wish for fighting this country.
I think Liberians will be smart enough. I think Liberians will be smart. Whatever strength they have to exhibit, they will exhibit it in a ballot pass. We got barely 13 months ago. To go. So Liberians, they've been smart. They've been quiet all 12, 4 5 years. I trust Liberians. We are weary of war.
Yeah, but now we're standing. It's not easy fight for the opposition though. With this like you said, the ruling party stay there. They will do everything possible to stay in power.
There's a message for you for the ruling party right there.
Yeah, I just wanted to put on the screen now. I think that's going to be the last one also. He's saying that we should be very careful. Yeah, I know we've been careful. I don't think we try to downplay the sedition, the ordinary sedition too. If you listen earlier on, I told you that I talked to top sedition, right? And some of them are saying, or even United Party people, some seditions. Some of them are saying, no, listen, we see what's going on. We still observing. And let me get this. Let me get through this thing. That fast forward, if they see the new CPP will hold on, and if they will show that they are really serious, in the next 5 months, just from now until January, you will see changes. You will see how many people will be crossing over. I can promise you that. Because some people are just waiting to see. This is what people are waiting for, to see whether the CPP thing will suffice again, whether it will come back to reality. So if the president, the rebranded CPP will actually show the Liberian people some seriousness, well, I'm not a prophet, like Jamal said earlier on. We're not prophesizing here, but we can
one thing I will tell you before Paul ends this statement is, will be my last comment. CPP will bring in political technicians, and they'll work a way around it. I'm telling you, trust me, names will come up, things happening. We'll call them political technicians that are coming in to lead the way. and regain that trust that have been lost to the disenchanted Liberians that have to mistrust in the opposition. CPO resurface, and they'll do better. What we are telling to other people, where Liberia belongs to every one of us, whether it's Sedition or Unity Party or Liberty Party, or what party belongs to, one of those guys within the power mess things up and make us enemy against each other. And Liberia is above every one of us. We should believe in that. That's the thing. Even we speak in politics, you're not my enemy. We got difference in terms of policy. Doesn't mean that you're my enemy. This is the reason. One person killing it, like that angry fellow that was at a meeting today, he's angry because something's happened to him. And the president challenged today. You see it. That's the start of the beginning of the fall of George Weah. And we wish Liberia well.
Yeah, I agree with Mark over there. Well, he made a salient point that we should be careful. Yes, it's true. We need to be careful because that banner picking that we are talking about, those are people that are be coming across to ANC and say, this is where Mark said from ANC, we need of the voter from CDC and other political party. He is right. So angry Sedition over the challenge, his standard bearer, the president, that person is his uncle. He could find somewhere, he finding a home, and that could be the ANC. So yeah, Mark, you're right.
Okay. On that note, we like to say thank you to Paul, Jima, and to myself as well, and to all of our viewers, and especially those of you who commented. Now, the reason why I'm pointing out those who commented, when you give your comment, is as if you are sitting down with us on this panel and discussing, because we wouldn't know what you think if you don't comment, if you just come in and waste 2 hours of your time sitting down, and you're not talking, we know what you're talking about, you're not calling, so we wouldn't know what's on your mind. So we make it interactive. If you can, since you can't appear with us here, your comments will help. And let me tell you, we don't know all. That's some of you, like, look at the points that Mark and the other Verify and the other people have been making. It helps the viewers, the other viewers that actually are not commenting, to also learn some things. And for us, we the presenters, to also learn something. And together we can make this platform great. Like we said, try to share the platform to your groups, and let's see how well we can move on. Paul, Chima, I want to say thank you very much, and hope we'll be here on next Tuesday. And for those of you our viewers, go back on the video, watch it again. If you were not here with us from the start, you will get more information. And so we want to say thanks a lot for being with us on this day. My name is Linford Goe from Norway, in this cold Scandinavian country. And then Paul and Chima from the UK. At least they're a little bit blessed. They got good weather. But don't worry, the winter is coming for you guys too. So we'll share some with you guys.
And I'm also happy because my team Arsenal is now winning every day.
Boy, Arsenal business, man. Yeah. But man, we are all gunners. No, you see, I want to go. How many points are we clear up the table? I think we're 5 points, or I know 5 points. No, Timmy, you are mute. Timmy, you are mute. We can't hear you, man. You Manchester, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good show, guys.
Thank you very much. But because on the level of sport, if you follow the history of football in this country, United is one of the big teams in this country. United.
No, we agree. But we can't live on past glory, man.
You guys are just getting.
You guys are just like they say. We can't live on past glory.
No, but history. There's a history before, because someone made history. That's why if you look at Cummings now history, what he done in the past, that's what following you now. What about old man Joe Barker? What's following you now? He didn't do good. So we United has a
Jeff validated my point. The invincible, the team that went unbeaten, they wake up again. They got Jesus Christ in the team. They just start beating people again. So come and join Arsenal, support Arsenal, guys. This is where we're going.
Amen.
I'm not looking at the team currently, but who will play next?
Arsenal is painful on.
Because you see, let me tell you, all my thing I can do. When my father used to say, when we go to school like that, I used to be smart. Every time I got double promotion 2 times, right? In 3rd grade and 4th grade. So one time my father made something, I said, man, I felt so bad. He said, I can't be happy for, I can't be happy for the child, but I can be happy for what the child is doing. all the things that the child can do was what can make me happy. So I said, oh, the old man, the old man, he want to clap for my dog promotion. But then he told me, say, yeah, that because of that, I made a statement that, because what you're doing, that you're passing all the time, that what made me happy. But some people, you're going to get plenty of children, so they'll be happy for that children. So me, I can be happy because Arsenal winning now. Let me see how many games we got
My
here.
man, let me tell you something. As a strong Arsenal supporter, and Mr. Cummings is a strong Arsenal supporter, as Arsenal win, Mr. Cummings will be winning Liberia. This is it. My man, just link it to. I mean,
you see that we get some Arsenal people who do not even like. Oh, look at Darrell Dillon, that Arsenal man. But when you bring Cummings business, you say no. So you see,
that man will vote for Cummings during the election. Trust me.
I know.
The Arsenal fans always stick with Arsenal. I'm telling you, we got Jesus Christ in our team. We're scoring goals.
And no Jesus Christ in our team.
He called Jesus, Gabriel, Jesus, and me, Jesus. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no Jesus Christ. I want Jesus Christ. He to where he is.
But they make him after 2,000 years appearing Arsenal. What's wrong with this guy? And that's
okay.
what we get Gabriel injured, Gabriel there. So Gabriel Makalidi, Gabriel Jusu, Gabriel.
Man, I'll go. Lead that team there. I want to see the next team. The next team we play.
We play Fulham, we get Aston Villa, then we get Manchester to beat. And then we'll beat Manchester. I'll tell Jamal.
Paul will eat his words in the next time. So I'm not going to comment until
Jesus, it will work.
Paul going to eat his words, and I'm not going to say anything. I want to wish everybody.
I know Orita Meno that Manchester will want to.
Yeah, thank you very much. Paul will eat his words.
She posted it was
a great show.
And Manchester
viewers. Can they click the link?
Manchester United.
To
our viewers, can they click the link or come also and notify you? Share the show with your friends. And this is the Bottom Line Liberia, Bottom Line TV Europe. And we here on Saturday as well, and Tuesday, every Tuesday and Saturday. And pretty soon I will scheduled to be, Orita came back on you. He said,
how you say again? And Manchester United.
We will beat them. Oh, much.
We'll beat them. Okay, yeah. I will beat somebody too. Okay, guys. This is how we let us say. Thank you for.
My man, don't just say. You see, all the Aston fans are not coming up. You see it, my man.
Mr. Chedawa, the Aston fans.
They're Gunners.
Oh,
yes.
But you see, but now you say, I'm not too Jamal and Orito anyway. But let's see for.
I'll tell you, you guys will eat your words. So don't worry. But I'm not going to make comment. United is a team that is. We know how to play the game. You see what happened? What we did to Liverpool, you didn't expect that. But anyway, we're not talking anything. You will see what will happen on the next time. We'll meet you.
Okay, okay, before we forget, happy holiday, happy July 24th to all of you, our viewers and all Liberians around the world. The Flag Day. Chima, quickly before we go, you have 1 minute each. What do you remember from Flag Day during our days in school?
Oh, yeah, drilling.
Yeah, yes. Ring used to beat us on drilling.
No, I used to like. You know what I used to like? I used to go early in the morning. I was at band mission those days. So we used to be early in the morning, 5 o'clock. I'd be dressed in my uniform, drilling. We'll be going all the way on the road. We'll be going. Those guys who begin the you call it the art right? Or
the art right.
The art's right. Oh man, those guys who come, those scouts and those things. That was a part I used to like. And those cheerleaders. And the uniform they would wear, the specific uniform for that day. It was a memorable day. I mean, I used to like it when I was in Nima at the time. Grew up there, and when I came to Monrovia, BWI was my big fan. BWI and other, they used to kill it, man. I mean, they got they got special ROC. Is it RT? How you call them?
ROTC.
ROTC, something like that. They used to be very good at that, and they were really good.
In Tonmaha, that's me. I was general. Give I check my Facebook. The pictures are good.
They were good. So those are the things I really remember. And not only that, it make that day a very unique day for Liberians. Though more especially students marching that day was a day that I would take home with me every time. I hope it's happening back home.
Yeah. And Paul, what's your memory?
My man, I used to drill, and that's why I wanted to join the police from Tonmaha. I used to get arrested. So the military thing, I just want to be part of. And the SSS, right? Those days, the way they used to dress. I admire the people dressing so much that were always in the forefront when it comes to parade. During the rainy season, we'll go through and we had a way of doing things. And you know, being in Tonmaha, we were the leading school.
Yeah.
People, they follow us. So it was something I would look forward to, man. And so I would say,
let me give you my experience. I entered Basel Teenage. First, our demonstration, right? And we used to have a small picking, mulatto picking. I know, I just forgot a little, but I didn't know any. That picking made Tower to come down. You know, Tower to stay on top of on the veranda there, right? The man made that picking made Tower to come down. The picking, I said, the picking getting arrow. He took a high, he weighed it, he put it on before he killed it. I said, Tower came down. Oh, yes, Tower came down. Then I went to Basel Teenage 1976. Then we had a test in the drill house session. We had a test. We had a guy, one group of guy called him Bodio. Man, no, I said, one of boys dress. Yeah, our trick little girls. So I really, you know, anybody between 76, 77, 78, you know, when I was in Basel Teenage, that was who we used to look up to. So the land of like Tonmaha, then we have Peter Harris. We got CWA, we got, you know, all the other students, Sanford, then all the students. Then when you come to the, because they look for the best performing, you know, group. Then they get the junior high session, we come in, Newport Street, junior high, all the people. Then we go in. The other student, we be again here, the drum sound, say, yeah, marching by that own sound. By the time I finish getting the RI, when we move out there, my first experience, my first RI, that time we went demonstration for all the part. My man, I was dribbling. Yeah. I missed all my stuff. Yeah, walking now. Yeah, one white chicken. And you were reading that. I was first on the part right from the mansion, my man. So we walking, my man. I didn't understand what they're doing. Yeah, well, you know, those are the glorious days of Liberia, and but we hope that Liberia will return to normal, and then things that will happen again. So
yeah,
you know, in the region, Liberia State have the best in terms of student be uniformed.
Mm-hmm.
And the military, the paramilitary, they are uniformed. I mean, in terms of security, the Liberian police, the Liberian immigration officers, the custom officers go to the students. No, they don't even have. They are well dressed, neatly dressed, going to school. You see how you love it. Students, oh man, Liberia has one in the region. It's one of the best in terms of those.
I tell you, man, imagine no matter self, even if we didn't have iron, my man, you go to your friend house, you borrow the iron, you press your clothes that day, my man, your uniform every day. Because, you know, I mean, Liberia, I don't know how we came this far. That, you know,
you don't find if you go to a West African country, you don't find a student wearing white shirt as a uniform because of being student will get dirty. But like Liberia, so most of the students' school will carry white shirt. Yeah, they call it different color, and they do use that throughout the week. Wash on a t-shirt. Clean, look clean, the color, everything look nice, neatly dressed. Yes. They have a lot of good things. That's the good thing about Liberia. We always got to celebrate sometimes. You know, not everything about Liberia is bad. Liberia has some good things to show.
And you know, where we go now, if we don't take real care, Liberia will be bad. You know, this is something I never share with you guys. You know, last Tuesday, I think almost about 2 weeks ago, the Tuesday before this Tuesday coming, before this Tuesday today, they said maybe I will look at the date. Something happened. Already my mom fell off with stroke. She's in the hospital, and the whole family will be struggling with her. And my brother, who's actually taking care of her, his son, almost 20-year-old boy, the boy is driving motorcycle, coming from red light in the night, and coming home to Fender. And then he meets the two guys. They begging him for lift. The boy gives the two guys lift. Okay. And when they got to his junction, he had to bend in to go to the area called New Jerusalem community where they live. He said, "Well, guys, I'm stopping here." He said, "Man, but we just going in front of the small. Right? He just drop them on big bar. They come in ring." So the boy drives them there. When he put them down, no grandma, nothing. They're not making force. When they turn around, the motorcycle around to come, bam, they fire him with single barrel gun. I got the pictures here. If you see the hole in that bulb, and you know, God, no.
I took the gun. I took the bike. I took the bike.
They took a bag and took the money. And if I show you the picture, you say you will not believe it. I mean, they punched them in that hole. And how far is from your bike, not on the bike, but between the bike and the side? You see that kind of hole. But today I was talking to the boy. I said, "You can pee with blood." He said, "No." You can go in the latrine with blood? No. And the doctor, they did the X-ray. The bullet did not touch a kidney. It did not. The whole body, that single barrel, they get some short gun that it thinks that you can use a single barrel shot in here, and they were at close range. So all the bullets, the whole bullet went in one place. It didn't scatter. And that labor still living today, struggling for a life. Can you imagine? So people have become, the country have become bad. This country have become bad. But let's wrap up, and we can only pray for the best. We touch some of these things, and we can wrap on now. So, folks, thank you for being with us, and this is how we'd like to leave you on this edition of the program, The Bottom Line. And we hope that you're going to be here with us next Tuesday, but better still, Paul and Jemai will be here, I think, on Saturday. So good night and have a nice day. Good night to all of you.